Hello all. Today we will discuss about the smart society or intelligent society and the role of diffusion, information diffusion in the smart society. In this deliberation, myself, Professor Saptarshi Ghosh, Department of Library and Information Science, University of North Bengal, will discuss about how the smart city is formed and how the information is diffused in a smart society. In this regard, I can tell you that what the contents of this session will be: the understanding of the smart society, information diffusion in a smart society, and role of information dissemination in smart society, challenges of information diffusion in the information society, and lastly, we will cover the future trends of the smart society and information diffusion. So, have a nice journey. So, welcome you all for this particular presentation. So we are starting with understanding the smart society. So while I am talking you about smart society, I must say that the very concept of the new society, that is Society 5.0, was conceived by the Japan government, and specifically whenever the Shinzo Abe, he was the Prime Minister of Japan, he conceived that very perspective of new society, where the new society is driven by the AI, that is artificial intelligence, and the information and communication technology. As you see this particular picture, you see that we started with the very beginning of the society, that is Society 1.0, that is the hunting and gathering. So we have survived just by hunting and gathering, and our survival was not at all been moved by the science. So whenever we promoted to agricultural society, we started making the groups, and then we started living with the agricultural product, and we formed the different types of groups, and with that group we tried to produce different kinds of cereals, different kinds of agricultural products, and with the barter trade we survived in that particular society. Society 3.0, where the industrial emphasis was more, and in this particular society we were very much dependent on the machines, and real technological progression of the society started from this particular phase. And right now, whenever we are talking about the information society or knowledge society, that we can actually say tag as Society 4.0, which is known as Information Society, and the new society which is coming as the Society 5.0. This particular society is rather one society where the big data, data analytics, the AI, artificial intelligence, that is going to shape, govern not only the human behavior, but also all the different spheres of the development. Now, if we go for the definition and key characteristics of the smart society, so we have to focus on three basic perspectives. The first one is the technology utilization, second one is the connectivity, and the third one is the citizen participation. Now, regarding technology utilization, a smart society leverages technology and data to enhance the urban services and improve overall quality of life of its citizen. So what is the thrust area? Thrust area is that you have to have the technology, you must have to have the data, and that data and technology will enhance the urban services and improve the overall quality of life and its citizens. As you know, right now, you have the different types of IoT devices in your home. Specifically, right now, you are having the robots that are actually helpful for your homework, and that is But even that one particular company like MI, they already developed such a kind of tool which can broom your floor. And that is how we see that technology is right now being fused with the day-to-day life. And the second part, that is the connectivity. While we are talking about the connectivity, you must have to know that one. In a smart society, communication should be seamless. There must not be any such kind of hindrance in communication. That should be throughput, or the throughput of communication should be forwarded, and the interaction among citizen and services also will be seamless. And the third characteristic, which is the citizen participation. In a smart society, citizen participation is crucial for fostering collaboration and ensuring the community's needs that are to be met effectively. Now, what is the citizen participation? Right now, in banks, so they already have their mobile apps. Many of us, we are not visiting even the physical premises of the bank. We are doing all of our bank activities with the help of that particular tool app, which is rather installed in your 6.1 or 6.7 inch the smartphone. With that smartphone, you are doing all of your financial transactions. You keep record of your financial transactions, and you rely that one. That is, the technology is built in such a way it can keep the security, it can try to restore your security. At the same time, it will help to use the very positiveness of technology. So next we are going for the main perspective of the components of smart society. Now, while we are talking about the component of smart society, so 4 different aspects are there. One is a smart governance, second one is a smart mobility, third one is a smart environment, and the fourth one is a smart citizen. Now, regarding smart governance, we can say that a smart governance always tries to include technology into the government services, that we are already seeing our Indian perspective also. Most of the banks, life insurance corporations, even the corporate houses, government houses, these are already right now moved with the inflection of technology, and it enhances transparency, and it enhances efficiency also, and it includes citizen engagement. Now, there is such mobility. So, smart mobility, whenever you are talking about the mobility, smart mobility focuses on innovative transportation solutions, improving urban transit systems, and reducing congestion. So, here the mobility means initially, right now, you have that one. So, we are using that one, although we can't claim that one, we are living in a true smart society. But we can say that one, we started this one silently. That is how, whenever you are using one app like Uber or like InDrive, like Ola, so you are trying to connect to other people with the help of technology, so that your transportation and you can reduce the congestion. So you cannot reduce. So they have their pathways, the maps through which they can reduce the congestion, and they can reach you to your destination without delaying anything. And the smart environment, right now, that promotes sustainability, resource management, optimizing energy, and reducing waste. So we have that one, the waste management plans, we have the resource management, air quality index measurement, and there are the smart cities and smart citizens of smart city, which are actually the technology tech-savvy individuals who take the help in the decision making as well as the community initiatives. Now, if you go for the example of the smart societies around the world, we can say Barcelona, it uses the technology to enhance urban mobility and improve public services, and it has already made it a model smart city. Singapore is also known as for smart solution for the urban planning and public services, integrating technology into the daily life of citizens. So see, these two, along with that one, we are getting one European country also, the Amsterdam, it allows citizens or enhances citizens the engagement through digital platforms, making it a leading example of smart society. So apart from that, there are other places also, but for this one, this is more than sufficient. Now we are going to a very pertinent topic known as information diffusion. Now, what is information diffusion and how this information diffusion works in a smart society? Now, if we try to understand what the information diffusion is, we need to understand this one as it is the process of information spreading within and between communities, and how knowledge is shared. So it is nothing but the information is generated. Now the information is coming to the society with the help of a channel, and it takes a bit of time to get fused with the society. And now when the society gets that information, it is helping the community to get that knowledge, and they start sharing that knowledge to others. And it helps in decision making also. Whenever you have the right information, and whenever the right information is diffused to a society, whenever the right information is accepted by the people of the society, now there will be the good decision making. And it will ensure that the stakeholders have the access to the vital information. And the impact of governance. So information diffusion, the more information, positive information, social information gets diffused with the society, and it will play a significant role in effective governance. It will enable transparency and accountability in the decision-making process. Next is, we'll be talking about the different pillars, mechanisms through which information gets disseminated in the society. First is social media, second one is the mobile applications, third one is the newsletters, and the fourth one is the community forums. So how the social media platform, this allows rapid information sharing and wide reach, and making them essential for modern communication. So social media, in a social media, information simply gets its wing and it flies from one place to another place. So without any such so-called pre-existing motive. So through which one information flows. So each and one who are recipient of that information, they are getting enriched with that information, and it actually makes a true communication. Now the mobile application, it facilitates easy access to information on the go, and it enhances user engagement and outreaches. Newsletters, as you all know that one, newsletter provide a structured way to disseminate information regularly. So newspapers are having the periodicity. So after a interval, like every day, we are getting the new information, and it is keeping the communities informed about what is happening to the life. And we have the community forum, the different types of communities. Right now, the communities, they are having their presence in the virtual spaces also, and they foster discussion, exchange, they create the relationship and information among members, and they create the collaborative environment. And now we are switching over to another big aspects, that is how the technology started enabling information diffusion. So in this perspective, we have the big data analytics, we have the Internet of Things, and we have the artificial intelligence. Now big data, that is what? The data means the seamless data, data which is having the value, variety and veracity. That big data analytics allows organizations to process large volume of data, leading to better decision making and information sharing. And IoT, internet connectivity is every device is connected to internet, and it can change the data, it can exchange the data seamless way. And the AI, the artificial intelligence right now, it enhances information diffusion, it collects information diffusion from different places, it curates the data, and after curating the data by the use of the vector mechanism, that is a kind of vector mathematics, it tries to correlate the relevance of data, the semantic relationship of the data, and then it triggers that data, it passes that data for persons, or rather it actually passes the data for a smart society. Next one, that is the role of information diffusion in a smart society development. As you already know the information diffusion and you already got the idea of information society, now we are trying to bridge between these two by saying that one is how information diffusion can influence the smart society development. Now, it's one public service enhancer or enabler. So it helps us to access information very timely. Timely information diffusion ensures that citizens receive important updates and accesses to services when they're needed. And you see right now, whenever you are accessing any information, you haven't to rely on the secondary information or the tertiary information. You have to rely on the books or like that. There are so many channels through which you can get your information instantly. Second is the healthcare accessibility. Right now with the advent of telemedicine, right now with the help of advent of robotic technologies and its usage in public healthcare. So we are using the technology in such a way that technology has become one part and parcel of our today's business. And here, this technology, a smart society, is triggering that particular society, or rather, you can say the technology diffusion in one society, and the transportation information that is also provided in real-time updates, helping citizens and to navigate effectively. It promotes social inclusion and participation. See, empowering marginal groups. Initially, we are having the access to information only those who are living in the urban regions, or rather we are living in the central position of a society. But those who are living in the periphery of the society, like in the villages or the remote places from the center, they had the issues of accessing information because information didn't have that type of nature of flying. Right now, whenever you have the broadband, you have the connectivity, whether this is a very remote village or not. So everyone is having the equal opportunity to access information, and that is empowering the marginalized groups. So accessible information and the community decision making. It is now a community can take the decision not only based on its own, but it can talk to another community. It can share their ideas to other community, and they can collectively promote social inclusion and community decision where all voices, specifically the marginalized ones, are also heard. And civic engagement has become very much prominent here, where individuals are being encouraged to take part in all civic activities and innovation. So what are the driving for innovation and economic growth? So we are getting that one. The role of information diffusion helps us to share knowledge. It facilitates collaboration and invites collaboration from the individuals. It shares the collaboration among the individuals, and by this way it can challenge the complex issues effectively, and which ultimately helps you to develop a better economy, because through technological advancement, information is shared very easily, and that can contribute significantly to economic growth and development of the society. And right now we are coming to the very end of this presentation, that is the challenges and solutions. What are the potential barriers for this information diffusion? So lack of technology access. So the central portion of any society, or rather we can say that on the centrality of a particular society, they are having the maximum technological access. But there are several areas where we do not have the technology access. So even if we theoretically call it that one everyone is actually accessing information, but due to the connectivity, the proper broadband issues, or rather the bandwidth provided by the profit earning vendors, they are not feeling that one as a very feasible area for them so that they can actually get some profit. So that is why the technologies, access of technology is playing a big role. Digital literacy disparities. You always know that one, those who are living in the urban and suburban areas, they are always having the better flow of information. They actually get information very easily. So obviously they become very digitally literate virtually in no time. But whenever that goes to, or that perspective goes to the exterior part of the society, or rather the centrifugal part of the society, it provides that one, that is, there is the digital literacy, it gets challenge, understanding and using the technology for information diffusion. And there is another issue which is very important, and it is connected to somehow the management. As you know, in management, there is a management which is known as change management, or the management of change. Now here, resistance to change is another problem, because individuals, we are having one particular characteristics to carry on the legacy. So while you are carry on the legacy, it's not a denial factor that you have to carry on the legacy. But whenever you are carrying on the legacy, but at the same time you have to understand that one, change is the only constant, your legacy is not. While change is the only constant, so if you cannot absorb the change, if you have to adapt the change with the legacy, if you adapt the change and if you can give that one a new shape, so then only you can feel the effective understanding of information diffusion. So we are having the issues where we are, without understanding, we go for resistance. Once upon a time, whenever the computer came, people thought of that one, there will be no job because the computer will take all these jobs. But right now we are seeing that one, computer is giving more job, and having very good computer professionals is very, very, very limited. So that's what you have to understand. All these things which are stated or may not be true or may not be myth also. So now, whenever we are going for the strategies for overcoming these barriers, I already told you in the previous slide, we have to go for the digital literacy programs. We have to ensure that everyone who are digitally starved, who are not getting the proper understanding of what the digitization is or what the digital technology is, we have to provide them the digital literacy program. Individually, you can share your knowledge regarding computer and digital environment to others, or collectively we can frame the group, society can come up, and the different communities of the society can empower the individuals to effectively use technologies for information access. And not only the program access, that is literacy program, but we have to understand how the technology can be accessed. So many of the technologies right now, these are so costly, we may not be able to get that one. As for example, the virtual reality, augmented reality, all these things are right now coming up, and this is mimicking the physical world in front of you, and it is giving a new sense of understanding what the event is. And so the enhancing access to technology is crucial for bridging the information gap and ensuring everyone that can participate in the digital world. And community partnership is very much essential for this information sharing and collective problem solving and the problem barriers too. So regarding the future trends, so this slide is deliberately done this way because you know that one, the flare you are seeing that is going from the art, this is what we are trying to see, that one, how the future is rather sparkling. So this one, the information diffusion. So whenever we are talking about the information diffusion and the future aspect, so we are talking about the blockchain technology, which not only enhances security and transparency, but it also empowers trust. This trust is important. You very well you think that one whenever you are giving your OTP for one financial transaction, you have the faith that the technology the bank is using, it is actually giving you, or it is accepting, or it is giving you the ensures, or it ensures your privacy. And that is what the technology is. And the AI, it not only improves the data analysis. AI is not for data analysis, and right now many of the cases AI is giving us the answers also. So we are having the generative AIs, we are having the predictive AIs, and we have the chatbots, all these things. But these are, till date, we cannot say that one AI is all panacea for us. But AI is obviously helpful for developing something. It gives you some kind of pathways. That is, if you have the intelligence for developing information, AI can help you to show the direction through which you can actually trigger your ideas. So, and the mobile-based data technology, that is also offering faster and reliable mobile technology connectivity, facilitating real-time communication. I know that one. Many of us, we are using right now mobile devices, and the vendors are giving us 5G connectivity. Some people are saying true 5G. So don't actually think that one, this is a very new kind of 5G technologies. This is 5G technology. This is an advertising buzzword. Don't go for pray for that. So, but the thing is, we are having not only the broadband, but we have the parallel bandwidth in while you are on the go. And that is how you can access technology not only whenever you are stationary, but while you are moving, as you are along with them, or while you are actually moving, you are carrying one particular device which helps you to carry the technology through which you can communicate with the society in no time. So next one is, what are the predicted challenges? So increased connectivity, the more advanced the technology will be, will require greater connectivity. And as you know that one right now, initially we were using IP4 technologies or IP4 mechanisms of our domain naming, and right now we are thinking about IP6 technologies for domain naming. So that more connectivity there will be requiring to restructure our present social structure, a kind of reshaping of social structure, and this is the new form of engagement. See, after COVID, all of you, all of us, myself, you, everyone, we already understood what the power the technology can hold. What is the power of technology? How technology can shape your behavior? How technology can help you, give you the very right of stand towards the odd, against the odd. And that is the new form of engagement. So emerging technologies, it is actually developed a new community engagement, and we are getting some new people who are not only called as, that is, born digital, or rather the natives, digital natives we call them. So they are rather having the potential challenges. And we are saying that on the future scenario, we can have the personalized services, we have the citizen participation, and the public-private collaborations. And this is actually a futuristic cityscope of a smart society, and showcasing you that AI-driven infrastructure, self-driving electric vehicles, green energy. Now, you can ask me that one, how I can ensure that this is a smart society. See here, I'm showing you the beauty of artificial intelligence. This particular photograph or this particular picture is developed using the AI, ChatGPT and DALL-E. And this is totally a newly developed picture which is nowhere available. So today morning only I developed this one with the help of DALL-E, just to see That is what the AI can predict what would be our future smart society. And this is what the AI is producing us, giving us. So this is what you will understand. If we have the AI along with all the smart technologies, one day we can see a society like this with which you can boast of. So now we are going to conclude this very presentation with the help of conclusion. In this perspective, we will be talking about three basic aspects. The first basic aspect is the importance of information diffusion, and the second one is the challenges to overcome, and third one, how we can embrace emerging technologies. So here, whenever we are talking about the information diffusion, so information diffusion is nothing but the new innovation and how this new innovation is rather embedded into a society, a social system with the help of communication channel and in time. So now a society can accept that one, a society can reject that one. But most of the cases, if the innovation is positive enough, that particular innovation is engulfed in the society, is accepted by the society, and the society tries to adapt itself with that innovation. And second point is we have to overcome the challenges. What are the challenges? We have different kinds of challenges like digital divides, we have the insufficient bandwidth, we have the connectivity issues, and if we collectively take the responsibility for teaching our peers, or rather we can teach the people who are rather in the underprivileged, who are rather in the downpours, so we can teach them so that they can also come to the society, or we can include them into the society. And third one is the embracing emerging technologies. These emerging technologies are nothing but the different communication technology, even the technology with the help of artificial intelligence, and we can innovate more and we can improve our life for all citizens with this. And here you will see the references, and all these references were used for preparing this particular presentation. And along with that, so on the last slide we are having some of the questions also, and if after listening to this very lecture, if you can answer the questions and you are satisfied with that, so that will be the output of this particular deliberation. And this one will mostly, I think this particular presentation will give you a very good understanding of what smart society is. So a big thank you to all.